You saw this coming miles away, and it's just picked and locked in. So Kuzan will eventually, you know, with all that sustain on the Vlad, come out ahead eventually. Once he finds Score again with double buff, and Score doesn't have any buffs. There's the flash, but an immediate follow-up flash. He needs that blasting plant. He gets over the wall. MT's still on the chase, though, and here comes Kuzan. And with no flash here for Score, that's going to be first blood given over to Kuzan in the mid lane.
And that's a really big pickup as well. He has the Dark Seal, so he's going to get some nice stacks on that. Look at how hurt Pawn is. Kuzan shoving in mid. A little bit surprising to see that Umti doesn't actually just stay in further.
I think that's going to do it. Yeah, there it is. Just barely. The last or the second to last tick on that Ignite gets him in mid.
And I really like how Umti is recognizing that, you know, he's not supposed to be able to do anything in the lanes. And
forces that heal, and the flash coming out. The heal of Teddy will give him the speed and forces that Stand United just barely. He's going to flash forward and get the taunt, and that is going to punish Teddy. At the very last second, Smeb comes in with the perfect bait.
That was sort of like out of a superhero movie, Brendan.
Yeah,
where he comes in
favorite.
At the very
Look at that. He's actually on the edge of that ward.
Oh, we're going to see a flash over.
Yeah, same thing. They were watching the last series. Here we go. MT able to pick up that kill. Actually wanted to go hunting, but he sets up that kill. Well, we have a bit of a gank up here in top. You're going up against some Nautilus. Actually, trying to dodge the bolas does mess that up, and it looks like he will be taken out here. You can see the flare of, at the same time, Infernal Drake being taken. So they trade the kill, but they lose Infernal Drake.
But we'll see what they can make do with it.
Kuzan's going in. No land on the root. Develop forward. The flash forward from Snowflower. He wants a kill. Forces the flash out of Mata. And here comes Ixu from the right side. Immediate knock-up on the depth. And look at that burst damage. Big shockwave, but it doesn't do all that much. And the last hit, it gets Mata in the back just barely. Max Rain's curtain call.
Why did Pawn move out of the way?
Well, bit of a mistake for sure.
They're going to get bottom tier 2 as well. They have initiative in mid lane, top lane, fantastic for them. They can funnel that into whoever they want.
Looks like KT wants to go on to this one. They get the taunt onto MT. He doesn't have his QSS anymore. He used it. Oh, he just barely jumps the wall. Are they going to go for the flash forward from Score into the brush? And he does pick up the kill. And now he's going on a Snowflower, and he does have red, but he went a little bit too far. Here's the teleport from Smeb, who's going 1v3, is able to pick up that kill, and it looks like KT actually may be able to turn this around. No, Kuzan able to take out Malzahar. Flash forward from Pawn, and just barely enough to take him out.
Gonna just be able to pick up this Rift Herald, put it onto Nautilus, and that's gonna be an 18-minute Rift Herald, so we can assume that Ixu should be able to have that buff for the entire game. Snowflower taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, it looks like that will be the kill. Standing that it comes out onto Pawn to make sure he survives. Last hit, not this time.
Teddy almost threaded the needle there to get that bullet to curve.
Well, they're going to attempt to make their move on in here.
This is a huge gamble. If they lose this with bottom lane being the position that it's in, it's catastrophic.
They want to engage here. Pawn getting extremely low depth. He gets knocked up, and he's going to go down. Can they get anything else off the back of this? They pick off Deft, and maybe they turn their sights on it once again. They're going to clear out all the vision, and no, it looks like Ixu backing up. They don't want to go for it just yet. Although, well, Ixu does have his teleport, so it looks like he is going to come back. So here they go once again. They're going to restart with a very tanky, full health Ixu. They're really committing to this one. And Score, he may have to pull off something big here. Targeted by Nautilus, gets knocked up by that ultimate. They want Score really badly. Huge shockwave does a lot of damage. Score extremely low, and they cannot get him. And KT once again delays this Baron. But here we go again.
One more time. Deft, though, on the map. Here comes the arrow.
And, oh, right down the middle.
3 points.
Yeah. I mean, Kuzan had his QSS, but Teddy, I don't believe he does. Smeb's getting in there.
And you know, it doesn't even matter that KT don't find themselves picking up anything off that arrow. They get themselves a turret. The gold gap stays at 3,000. They stopped the Baron.
And KT 100% knows about this. They have a control ward in there. They can see
If
this.
Jin Air lose this Baron with how these lanes look.
Oh boy, Pawn, he gets caught, and he wanted Snowflower, but it's not enough. And now Mata's going to go down to Teddy once again. And that's going to be 2 kills going down, and that's Pawn and Mata. So now they have a much better chance at going for this Baron here. Score still has the opportunity to run in and try to steal this. They're just trying to delay as much as possible. You can see Jin Air, they don't even want the Baron. They want another engage. They need to get onto somebody here.
I mean, it was basically KT were able to dissuade Jin Air from, again, committing to the Baron.
Are they doing Baron? They are.
Wow.
They're saying, okay, you guys want Mountain Drake that badly? We're going for Baron. And this is already at about half health. This is going down extremely fast.
They can't stop it.
They can't stop it. This is going to go over to KT. Nobody's close enough. There's the curtain call. Can they slow anyone down enough to pick up some kills on the back line? They get score. No root, though, out of Zyra. And wow, KT able to read that so well. Just barely takes the Baron and gets away with it.
KT definitely walked the line. And now they got themselves to a really nice spot.
And Score is going in on this one. The Redemptions come out. He really wanted that fight. The taunt there onto Kuzan. Shockwave doesn't hit anything. They're going to lock down Ixu in the back. Meanwhile, Curtain Call coming out. Mata eating a lot of damage. Ixu still very much healthy here. But they are able to pick up Kuzan, who gets just a little bit too over-aggressive. And now they're getting onto Umti. Can they actually get the kill? Here comes the QSS. So they're able to take out Kuzan, and all 5 members of KT once again do live. So now they begin their push in the top lane.
KT now, they're gonna drive these Baron minions into the heart of Jin Air. As Jin Air, they're out of fuel right now. A lot of them are on cooldown. Oh, go Teddy!
Picks them off, and a lot of the other KT members are very low. Looks like Jin Air definitely wants to go in on this. Can they land that? Oh, Pawn taking a lot of damage. No root, though. The Fire Touch also getting him extremely low. The shield saving him, but maybe they get MT off the back of that, or maybe even Teddy, so he can't flash forward and get the crit. Hold that thought. There's going to be a huge root onto Pawn. He's going to get caught again. Down he goes, the Curtain Call. And so far, I mean, that's like time number 3 or 4 that he's been taken out here. And this means that Jin Air can now push on to this mid inhibitor.
Oh, Score though.
He gets locked up too. Kuzan's going really deep as well. Deft is getting extremely low back there. Looks like he will just barely survive somehow. But there you go. That's going to be the inhibitor given over to Jin Air. Here we go. Can they tempt fate again? The teleport in from Ixu has that home guard walking up in the front. He's really meaty. Here comes Score. He wants to smite and he gets it. He gets it somehow. He may pay for it with his life though. Getting extremely low. The Redemption heals him up. Bit of a shockwave there. Knocks Ixu in the back. But down goes Score. Ixu going really deep for this one. Smeb getting extremely low. Ixu finally goes down. They catch Death, but it looks like Kuzan was the one who caught himself. But look at this. KT member's extremely low. They may be able to end this one. Smeb though, with the Guardian Angel, does come back. Will not be rooted here by Teddy, but look at this KT. They're on the run. They do not want to fight here.
They have to be so careful right now, but also Jin Air Green Wings have to be careful not to move into the fog of war against Smeb. They're gonna immediately turn their attention to the Baron. Now Jin Air Green Wings riding up a giant minion wave in bottom.
Let's see how fast they can shred this one. Teddy coming in, and that's going to be the end of that turret. Okay, here comes Score, though. Let's see if he can engage with that Orianna Shockwave. Waiting until the last moment. And it looks like they're going to let this one go down. In comes the Stand United. It's a little bit too late. Are they going to fight this one? The lockdown onto Ixu. Into the arrow. Does have those Merc Treads, so it's not the longest stun, but getting picked off eventually. But in comes Kuzan. He's going deep. Redemption comes out, but look at how much burst damage he's able to do. Down goes Deft and down goes Mana. Pawn with no mana, barely any health left either. And it looks like Jin Air might actually be able to win this one. They're pushing it in. In comes Smeb and Score, trying to make the hero defense. Can they actually do it? Doesn't look like they can. Teddy able to kite this one, able to lock up Smeb, trying to get that kill, and just barely they will. Pawn with no mana here, not going to be able to defend, and that's going to be game number 1. Going over to the Jin Air Green Wings.
And KT Rolster go down in the series, and Jin Air have to be feeling such a confidence booster. Now back to Vladimir.
There it is.
I feel like Vladimir probably does fine against Talon in mid lane.
One hits too. Yeah, he goes in, and the immediate flash in, trying to get that last auto attack. It looks like he just barely missed it. Kuzan will live. In comes Score now, and MT is staying for quite a while. He's gonna use the blasting plant, and MT says, okay, I'll just try to jump on over, but here's Pawn, there's the flash. And it looks like he might be able to, no, Score's going for it. That rep buff, he wants that slow. In comes Pawn. One more will do it. First blood goes over to Score.
Score's not gonna path to the right-hand side of the map until shortly after his red's up.
Having a pretty extended trade here in mid. Just trying to discourage Pawn from continuing to go in on that one. Kuzan displaying his ult. Here comes Umti up towards top, and Ixu's going on in here. Ultimate used. There is the equalizer, but totally dodged here. He's dodging everything. He's not getting hit by any of Rumble's skills. Will he go down there? No auto attack out of Smeb, and that will be a kill. Going over to Cannon.
And it looks like Jin Air were also fighting back quite heavily in bottom lane. Score.
Oh, he wants this one. He's level 6. He's got the collateral damage. Ixu in the brush. He wants to keep him there. He misses the ward. He's going to flash out of that one, Ixu, and he will get away alive.
With the way that the map is, Ixu shouldn't even expect that Score could be here. And he's not going to get the intel from Umti early enough.
Oh, there's the equalizer too, slowing him down. That's going to be way more than enough to take him out. Nice setup by the KT top and jungle.
So far, the Vladimir has gotten a pretty sizable advantage in mid, but it's all but negated because of the deficit it found in top lane. Umti being forced to flash away. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
A gigantic comes out collectively from everybody in the studio. Everybody knows that feeling.
Before going into the Trinity Force.
Some more poke coming out here, but there is the teleport. Score is nearby, and they're going to match teleports here. Jin Air does not know about Score just yet. Immediately, Ixu gets exhausted, and he wants to back off, although Kuzan was making his way down as well. But there's Pawn jumping in onto Kuzan. Kuzan just trying to get out there, and he will succeed. They're looking for something here. Pawn's gonna parkour on over. There's the blasting plant of T and a real amount of hurt here. There comes the equalizer trying to slow him down. He's burning, he's getting really low. In comes Smeb, and there's the collateral damage. Able to take him out, going really deep for this one. Smeb will pay for it with his life, but here comes Kuzan onto Pawn. Pawn will parkour that wall. Now trying to get onto Score. There is that ignite. Just needs a little bit more damage. There's the double kill. Will he continue going in? No, he's just gonna be okay with the 2 kills. Not too much else going on right now, so pretty okay to take that one. There might be a bit of a fight here as Pawn is jumping these walls. He really wants to get onto this. Not quite able to make that jump. He wants to speed up. He really wants Umti to go down here, totally ignoring Kuzan. Gonna parkour the wall, and in he jumps on the chase. Umti just can't get away. You're not running away from a Talon. Not in that part of the map. Okay, here's an opportunity. Here comes Mata and Score. They're looking for Ixu. And of course we have Smeb down here as well. Ixu has to pull off the magical escape, exhaust, wild growth. Everything is going to be used here except the, well actually a lot isn't used here. Neither the equalizer nor the collateral damage come out. And so they do pick him up, and looks like they want to push the bottom tier 2 turret instead of, moving towards the Baron or anything like that. Or at least they're gonna leave Smeb down there to do so.
Snowflower. You down there to do so. Snowflower. Gotta be careful.
Oh boy, he really wants him here. The tidal wave coming out. Snowflower's like, I don't want any part of this. You know, even when they try to play a really fast and aggressive game, they can't seem to end it. Okay, here we go. They're gonna just go for the Baron right on top of a ward. Can Jin actually do anything about this? His 2 members just recalled back. Looks like Umti's gonna have to be the hero. Teleport coming in. Look at Kuzan, he gets totally bursted down. He tries to flash the wall and flashes towards Deft, but at least that stops the Baron, I suppose. Pawn's going in here, he's going 1v2, has that wild growth. Down goes actually Nami here, trying to get on top of Teddy. Deft is doing so much damage. Down goes Ezreal. And they do pick up a bunch of kills here. Is Ixu actually gonna go for that one? I don't believe he should, or that he would. He's gonna back off.
Stop the Baron. It came at the cost of 3 of their members, though, and probably gonna be mid-tier 2 turret going down. Score.
He wants it. Though he's made it to mid. But I mean, Kuzan getting caught out. It's kind of what we were talking about, where lesser teams might get caught out in that situation. Teddy, he misses his arcane shift over the wall, and he will be taken out. And that's going to be, I mean, we're getting later in this game. This is already 32 minutes in, so that's a 52-minute, or rather second, death timer here for Teddy.
Brendan, don't spoil the script. 52 minutes. Don't give it away.
Well, Snowflower decides he's had enough. He's like, okay, well, I sacrificed my life to change the script. Here comes the mid turret going down. And that should be mid inhibitor. Will they push in any more? Is the question. Deft is getting a little bit out of control right now on this Cogmaw.
And it looks like KT might just actually get mid inhibitor and bot inhibitor and then back off and get the Baron if they want to be ultra safe. But if Umti, Kuzan, or Ixu would be willing to donate their life, I mean, KT probably wouldn't hesitate to get the Nexus.
That's where the game really begins for Junior. Okay, Kuzan, he
well,
gets caught out.
Is that what you call that?
Yeah, that's the nice way to put it.
Okay. What would be the bad way to put it?
Doing the the run down mid strat.
Run it down mid?
Yeah, except this one is just the run it down top strat.
Okay.
Into the enemy.
I like that.
So now with 1 member down, I mean, they could just push in top. There's really going to be no defense here, as actually Snowflower might die. Umti forced to ultimate away. Deft still going in there, has to flash the tidal wave. He's fine to do that. And there's the equalizer. Look at all those super low members of Jin Air. They can't get by. They're trapped.
That was a pretty funny interaction. I've never seen someone flash and then instantly die on an equalizer. It's actually a first.
Yeah, burn it up. Okay, they're actually going to end this one before 40 minutes. Down they go. Jin Air is going to be pressed hard to recreate their Game 1 experience. Smeb going to make his KDA a little bit less. Down goes the Nexus, and KT takes game number 2.
And they have the Shen versus the Nautilus, and now KT responding with Victor. Really, really risky right here. And
that smite, can he land the Sonic Wave? He's gonna flash forward for the red, and being rooted by Mata. That's gonna be an easy first blood given on over to score. Meanwhile, Deft is going 1v2 here. He takes out Snowflower, unbelievable. Look at that smirk too. Oh man.
And then watch Deft putting out so much damage onto Snowflower, hits the arcane shift, and then the missile, and you can just tell they weren't expecting it.
Oh, here we go again. So close to going down the flash forward. Mata picks up another kill for KT. This is already getting out of hand.
Take another quick replay at this. And you can see that Deft and Mata just really doing the maximum, and those minions doing work too. Snowflower and Teddy not really respecting them. Mata came in right at the last second, gave Misfortune a little bit of a love tap.
Teddy's going to be ahead. Well, hold that thought. He may just be dying here, forcing the exhaust out. Getting a bit of damage onto Snowflower as well, but they might just force him back.
They must know that MT can certainly be around bottom, and that is a huge chunk.
Well, looks like just everybody in bot lane for Jin Air is going.
Oh man!
Well, that's death for you guys. And Rengar, MT was coming down, but that looks like he may make his way towards mid, but you're talking about being defensive in mid. Well, hold that thought. Score. Snowflower sticking around. I guess he just didn't expect the Lee Sin to be there as well and couldn't run away fast enough.
It's water break.
Okay, here we go again, and this is beginning to get a little bit ridiculous. Everybody is going to be collapsed on now. Snowflower goes down. Teddy just disappears.
They're in the driver's seat, but they do have the scaling. MT trying to make something happen with the Stand United. They might pick up Smeb.
Yeah, looks like they will. Nice pickup there.
Oh
well, boy.
Score. Wow, that damage.
Okay, the Thunderlords too. Oh, there's the Q for the follow-up, making him 4-0-1. He's already hitting like a truck.
Going to be even further accelerated by that. Deft actually got locked up, half HP'd.
Oh, look at this on the right side. We caught the tail end of that. Score came up behind MT.
Looks like KT are everywhere right now.
It's like, I dare you to come defend the turret. Well, he dared him, and he did it. Here comes Stand United. Basically coming in the teleport from Smeb. Curtain Call is launched. Mata is about half health. He misses 3 of them though. Deft forces him to cancel. Missed re-engage there from Smeb. Oh, they missed that skill shot actually onto MT. And, oh, he's trying to escape. I thought that was him.
Get me out of here.
It was him playing on 400 ping right now, 400 MS.
And Score actually just got 15 AD off the second Drake. So a long sword and a half.
Oh, look at that burst.
Snowflower being forced to flash.
Yeah, I mean, Snowflower, it's really just going to not allow him to escape a little bit later on, as compared to like taking a flash off of a Zyra or a Malzahar. Would take away some of the aggressive potential. Doesn't really do the same against the MF, but here we go. The Baron is getting low at about a third of its health, and MT is going in. Deft get extremely low. They burst him down, and can Jin Air actually convert off of this one? Trying to get that last hit on the Score, and he actually does thread the needle and do it. Now Smeb's on the run. Everybody from KT is on the run, and will they get that second kill? They do. And Jin Air Green Wings, off the back of MT and Kuzan, essentially spending everything, are able to take out Deft and convert into 2 kills, and now they're going for the Baron.
They have to be really careful here though. Lee Sin, one of the best Baron Steel champions, and Pawn get locked up.
Oh boy. Well, KT was pretty good at denying this in game 1. Stopping the DPS here, so no jump in for Score. Gonna flash it on in, and he misses the Q, but he gets the smite! Unbelievable. Somehow he's able to get that, and almost a kill on the Snowflower. He pays for it with his life, and that looked like a really early smite from MT. Score was looking for the potential insect. He doesn't really have flash. Or he just straight up doesn't have flash. Hold that thought. Pawn might get caught again. They're going for it. Lots of stuff used here, but MT will pay for it with his life. Now Ixu getting pretty low, missing that Dredge line though. It looks like Jin Air is going to be able to disengage off of that. But here comes Deft actually, as Kuzan pushing a little bit far up the lane. Will the Dredge line land this time? No. But on the chase still is Deft. They're not able to lock anyone else up afterwards. So just trading 1 for 1. They're doing that quite well. There's a third Infernal Drake coming up here. Uh-oh, Snowflower. Oh man, they actually do get that last Q with the ward there, and so that's going to make it a lot harder for Jin Air to fight this one. It looks like they might just rely on MT. No, MT not even going to try for it. That's the third Infernal Drake going to KT here at 30 minutes.
We'll see what KT do now, if they just wait for the Baron in 2 minutes or if they just keep fixing the lanes.
Look at this. They're going heavy onto Ixu with the rotation up in the top. There's the stun, and so he will not be able to get out of this one. Guardian Angel is popped. And he tries to flash away, not exactly sure. Trying to even the score here a bit. They do get it with that Deathfire touch. In comes Kuzan with that Ghost. He wants Pawn, and Pawn has no escape. Down he goes. The teleport will have to be canceled.
As Smeb walks up mid. Here it is, the Iron Giant.
You don't want to mess with him. A lot of coming from behind. He could lock up some members if he wanted to get cheeky, but no one really else there.
Because they're fishing for vision control or kills, and a little bit needless.
Trying to lock up Smeb. Don't see from behind. He wants to grab Death, but he just disappears. Didn't even see where that damage came out. The burst damage from Victor and from Score perhaps, and now this fight is just not going to go well. Ixu going to be knocked up. Definitely can't do anything to Score. Kuzan on the run. Doesn't have his Ghost. He used that earlier to try to chase Pawn. And there we go. Deft able to pick up the kill off the back foot. And so a fight gone wrong there for Jin Air leads to 4 deaths. And KT now looking to push mid.
KT might actually just tank this and go up it. Teddy looking for any angle. He actually flashes to proxy the wave. I don't think that that's entirely, well, actually, hard for me to say if he, no, he definitely did not save the game. MF would have certainly been up to bullet time the minion wave, and I don't think that they can end there. So I think the flash is a little bit needless, but in this moment, I mean, the thoughts that are going through his head, it's a little difficult to process everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's obviously one of the thoughts that was going through his head, like, I can't let this wave go in or else we lose. Here comes Empty. They have a control ward on him, and I don't think he's going to be able to jump in. He's going to try with the flash, but not able to, and he immediately goes down. Curtain Call comes out, trying to deny some recalls. Definitely not going to get any kills here.
I was hoping to see a little bit of Jack and Rose. Smeb just stands in the line and lets Score recall, but...
And look at Smeb, he's just going 1v2 against Teddy and Snowflower in the back. Deft able to rejoin with his team, and it looks like Shen not able to quite do enough burst damage to take out the Ezreal. Maybe Vlad can? Just barely he does with that Zhonya's, but down he eventually goes. Snowflower trying his best to deny any of these recalls. Nice hook there by Smeb. Gonna finish this one off. Oh, there he goes.
Finally gets it, and Score, yeah, he's gonna push on with the Baron minions, and that's gonna be it for game number 3. Jin Air tried, but in the end they came up short.
Yeah, I mean, good first game, you know, good showing tonight for sure, doing a pretty good job here against KT overall, but KT, the better team at the end of it all, do take 2 games, finish it off with game number 3.